Hi folks, Anderson here again from Alpha Kettlebell Fitness and Anderson Training Systems, and I just wanted to share with you the last drill, which actually uses no equipment besides just something that will give you elevation. We actually have a 12-inch plyo box today doing something we call L walking. An awesome core drill, but also moving and integrating the upper body to be in a really static and kind of semi-inverted supported body position. This is a lot further down the line in our shoulder kind of establishment program. We use this probably in maybe week 4 and beyond, just because it's they're really high demand, even though there's not a lot of movement or we're not using a whole lot of load, even though we are using our body weight is still supported in a lesser degree. So what we do here is we start with our body in a declined position with feet elevated, and what we do is we're walking basically into an L position. We call this L walking, or some people might recognize it as a pike. We want to get back to, with straight legs, as far as we can towards that L, and then back out. Let me show you a couple more reps and then we'll talk about it. As such, and back out. Now I am not the most flexible or mobile person, but I can get into this position and it still provides me pretty good value. So again, another highly accessible drill. You don't need a whole lot of equipment. You need something that will give you elevation around 12 inches. But again, we're working on core there. We're working on flexion and extension of the hip. It's not really demanding work there, but it's forcing us to be mobile at the hip, which is really important for those with hamstring injuries. Obviously, the really intense work is being done with our stabilizing of the upper back musculature and not allowing that to kind of get out of whack and let the shoulder do work that that injured shoulder. So we can start from that very easy position if you want to transition people from just holding in that push-up position. We do an awful lot of that early on, and this is our transition into something a little more demanding, intense, a little more full body, more moving parts. So that's the really cool part about it. You can transition from just a push-up hold, from a regular plank or side plank or plank position into this decline position into an L walk. It's a very progressive manner to do it. It starts a little bit further down the line in our shoulder reestablishment program, about week 4 or so. And it's a great, highly accessible drill. Demands a lot of flexibility and mobility, and also learning where and what's going on with the body in regards from whether it's at the hip and working through that really steep hip hinge and getting that big stretch to the hips, and then learning how to engage and stabilize and put the core and the posterior chain together, as well as doing the movement, mobility at the shoulder joint, and then stabilizing in that kind of supported inverted position in the top of the L. So that's another one of our exercises in getting your athletes back on the field, game ready, and recovering from shoulders and hamstring or hip injuries. Hopefully you loved it, and we'll be back again for more.